Hello and welcome back to the NFL Prop Show presented by Props Optimizer. It is our free prop betting platform on the Android and iOS app stores. Go to the App Store, download it there, give us a 5-star review if you will, because it is absolutely free and it gives you access to a ton of data that you usually cannot get for free. Go there, check before you bet, make sure the data aligns with the way you want to go, and it's absolutely free. The only catch is you get to have to view a couple ads. If you don't want to deal with the ads, $10 per month. Now, let's get into it. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann. We're talking Week 8 NFL props here. With a quick review of last week, we were in 3-2. Couple guys hit. Then Coker was an absolute no-show. Okongwu, absolutely no-show. The other three hit fairly easily, so that was nice. But let's get right and let's get our first 5-0 on the season. If you've been paying attention, the NBA picks have been on absolute fire to start the year. We are 6-0 over there. Hopefully, we're going for 9-0 today. Captain Hook, what is going on? Thank you for showing up. Marcus, going to the Colts game. I like it. Let's see if we can find you something after I go through the picks. We'll look at that game in particular and see if we like anything. Now, let's dive in. First of all, Captain Hook, the app is the great equalizer. LineStar for the win. Yes, LineStar is our other app. If you should be familiar with that at this point. Now let's dive in to the picks for this week. I got 5. I'm going to start with Cade Otton, and we are going higher than 37.5 receiving yards. He's been over in 43% of the year, but over the last 5, he's been over in 60%. The LineStar projection is 47.4. The consensus is 36.9. Now, I think Otton is in a very interesting spot. So over the last 3 games, he has gone nuts, and that's largely due to the fact that they're very beat up in the wide receiver area, and it's going to be that way once again this week. No Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, obviously now on IR. It is Ibuka, it is Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard, and Otton. Otton is now a must go-to piece in this offense, and 37.5 is just a very low number. We got a 3-star alert score on the spot. It's an okay matchup. The Saints allowing 50 yards per game to the tight end, ranking 18th in the league. The big thing here is just the opportunity. The target should flow here. Thus, I think it is a fairly safe bet, and I want to make some safe bets. We saw this last year when this team got hurt. They turned Otton a ton, and we're just at that part of the season. Once again, Tampa Bay gets hurt, and Otton becomes a force. Now, once they start getting a little healthier again, we're going to pull way off Otton, but right now it's wheels up, so we're going Cade Otton higher. Now, let's get into our next pick, and that is Lamar Jackson. And we are going higher than 5.5 rush attempts. LineStar is at 6.6, consensus is at 7.2. He's been over in 75% of games so far this season. He's been over in 80% of the last 10, and he's been over in 14 of the last 18 dating back to last year. The man just rushes more than that. And now we have a situation where he's stepping in what is a must win. That is, if he steps in, he is still technically questionable, and he has put in limited practice for the last 2 days. But hey, if he plays, he's going to be a full go. But they are 1-5. This is a must win. They need to rattle off 5 wins, in a row, or go 5-1 over this next stretch to put them in spot for the playoffs. So technically, it is only halfway through the season, but for Baltimore, it's playoff time. And with that, it means that Lamar Jackson will be a full go to use all the weapons, which includes his legs. And even when, they're going and beating everybody, he's getting over in this spot. So I think once again, he's going to. So we're going higher than 5.5 on Lamar Jackson. Next, we're going to Tet McMillan, higher than 55.5 receiving yards. LineStar's at 63.2. Consensus is at 58.1. Now, the thing that I find very interesting here is that Tet McMillan has Andy Dalton as his quarterback, and he is a very good wide receiver. Yes, he's a rookie. He's still learning a little bit, but he's been over in 57% so far in his career. And as far as a passer of the football or reading a defense, Andy Dalton is actually a step up. I know he's later in his career. He's not quite as good as he used to be, but we do have a 4.5-star alert score on Tet McMillan, and Buffalo has been one of the better places to go against wide receiver one. If we go to our team defense tool, we see Tet McMillan 29th versus wide receiver one for Buffalo. They're getting a big bump up in receptions and yards as well as targets. I think Tet McMillan is going to get targeted a ton, and we can finally possibly see a little bit of a breakout, even though it is a tougher Buffalo defense here. I just think this line is too low for Tet when he consistently is getting over and now is getting a little bit of a quarterback bump, or at least a throwing bump with Andy Dalton. Next, we got Courtland Sutton. We were all over him last week, and we just got to go back here. My man is on the very top of our team defense tool. Dallas Cowboys, 32nd versus wide receiver one. Courtland Sutton is far and away the number one on this offense, and we got to go back. My man Courtland Sutton has been over in 7 of the last 10, and I think this is going to continue. His line has been down since he had this 17-yard outing, but he is consistently getting over of this line, and he has a huge ceiling in this spot. I wouldn't mind if you ladder this one up. I absolutely think there's a shot he goes for, say, 100 and a tutty on this one. So 59.5 is low for me. Let's hammer the over here. Now, let's get back to it, and we are going back to Woody Marks. Really, the whole theory of us going to Woody Marks last week was the fact that he was going to get a rookie bump. He was going to play more than Nick Chubb. And what happened? He played 63% of the snaps while Chubb was at 25%. He is the much better pass blocking back. Now, his line hasn't moved much. We got it at 12.5 last week. It is at 15.5 right now. And the consensus at 18.5. Woody Marks is going to go over. He's been consistently over so far this season. 20 yards last week, only one versus Baltimore, but they absolutely rolled Baltimore. They didn't have to throw the ball. Versus Tennessee, well over. And that's when he really got his bump up in playing time. Since then, he's been consistently used in the backfield and has been over in 2 of 3 since he's been playing at least, 40% of the snaps. Let's go with Woody Marks higher than 15.5. Those round out our 5 picks here. We got Cade Otton over 37.5. We got Lamar Jackson over 5.5 rushing attempts. We got Tet over 55.5 receiving yards. Courtland Sutton over 59.5 receiving yards, and Woody Marks over 15.5 receiving yards. Now, Marcus, let's check out this Colts game. Let's see what we can uncover here. So Colts, Tennessee. I mean, the obvious is talking about going JT. Just dude has been a menace, and he is likely to keep it rolling in this spot. I mean, he's just in an incredible spot for that. Let's go through this a little bit here. Rush attempts under 25. I mean, the line 20 is pretty high. In blowouts, he's got 18, 17. It is kind of interesting. It's counterintuitive here, I think. But you could go Jonathan Taylor under 20.5 rush attempts. We're at 17.1. Consensus is at 20.4. It's obviously a great spot for JT, as they should just totally roll over this team. But he is only averaging 18.7 per game. And if this game is a blowout, there's no reason for him to run the ball a ton in the fourth. So with that, I don't mind going JT under rushing attempts. I was looking at this Cam Ward higher than 107 rushing / passing earlier. I don't mind that. The Colts have got beat up through the air a bit, and for as bad as Cam Ward has been, he does have 4 of 7 going over. So I don't mind going his over on passing yards either. I mean, the defense hasn't, that Colts D has been giving it up a little bit through there, and they're likely to pass a bit. I know we went there last week and he totally dudded for us, but Chig on receiving yards is a little interesting. Colts have got beat up through the tight end. There's probably still new Calvin Ridley again. So I think Chig is a little interesting as well. I mean, I think there's some angles you can find on this game. 206.5 passing yards. Yeah, you could throw rushing in there for just 1 extra yard if you want. I feel like at some point he's got to use his legs a little bit, but just hasn't been so far. I hope you're a Colts fan, though, because that one won't be fun if you're a Tennessee fan. I'm assuming if you're going to it, you're in Indiana. So you guys are having a season, my man. Congrats to you. All right, guys, that is going to do it for us today. Let's get ready for some Thursday night football. If you guys have not already, we do have our picks out over there. You all have a good one. And, hey, let's get after it this week. Talk to y'all later. And please come join us. Props Optimizer. Download it. Download it for free. Leave us a review if you will. We'll see y'all later. Peace.